What's up, YouTube? It's your boy NextGenNero back with another review, man. And today we got to talk about no other than Final Fantasy 16. And this is my first Final Fantasy game I finished. I sat through from beginning to end. And I just want to say shout out to one of my biggest supporters of the channel, one of my biggest supporters of our Aim Down Sights podcast. And that is my boy, Tryhard Fan. You can definitely find him in the comments, showing some love. And I know this one gonna make him excited because he absolutely loved this game. So I decided to pick this game up last year, 2024, the end of the year holiday sale, about 30 bucks. And I got a lot of takes, man. Overall, I really enjoyed the game, but I do have a few critiques worth pointing out. And I really do hope this game comes to Xbox sooner than later, because, man, I just feel like Square Enix could use more fans to buy their games and just more game sales, because these games haven't sold as well as they could or should have, with them being locked behind one platform, guys. So with that being said, please make sure you hit the like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button, yo. Share this out with a friend. It's really appreciated. If you're watching this on my personal channel, NextGenNero, I really appreciate you guys helping me hit 1,000 subscribers last year. That was one of my goals, and yo, we smashed that goal. If you're watching this on the Game Pass Daily channel, yo, please make sure you hit that notification bell so you can catch our podcast every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern with yours truly, Red Dead Panda, and my boy, you know, I got soul. So with that being said, let's get right into it, guys. And the first thing I want to talk about is the visuals, the art style, and the overall graphics, man. And I played this on the PS5 Pro. Prior to getting the Pro, I played on my brother Slim, checked it out. It was definitely blurry. On base consoles, it's definitely not the sharpest looking game, but it's still a pretty game nonetheless. Now on the PS5 Pro, it's not specifically updated or PS5 Pro enhanced, which, to be honest, guys, is a little disappointing. You know, especially since this is the latest mainline Final Fantasy game. Granted, you know, you got Rebirth that dropped last year and 7 Remake as well before that, but it's like, for this to be a mainline game, I feel like this definitely should have gotten some PS5 Pro love by now. I feel like PSSR would definitely do wonders on this game, as long as it's a later version of it. But even without a dedicated PS5 Pro patch, it still runs really good on the PS5 Pro, usually hovering around 50 to 60 frames, not a lot, and that's because it's using a dynamic resolution. So on the Pro, it's always pushing for that higher resolution. And I really enjoyed the graphics and art style of this game, man. The setting was just definitely a vibe. It's not really much to do in this world outside of doing your mission. So, you know, as far as exploration and stuff that I'm used to in my Western RPGs, you know, like a Skyrim or a Starfield, that definitely wasn't there to be had. But the world is definitely beautifully handcrafted, and I like that every place you go has a meaning of why you should be there, right? So it's like, you're not just going to be in an area for no reason. If you're in an area, it's because the mission objective is over here, or it's just a reason you got to be here. And I really appreciated that. So for the graphics, man, you get 2 thumbs up for me. I think it's probably going to definitely look better on the Series X compared to the base PS5 when it does come. Just because, you know, the little bit more power that the Series X has on hand. So it would definitely be interesting to see how that all plays out. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, guys, is the sound design and voice acting. And this is really one of the highlights for me. The voice acting is extremely good. Clive, man, he's voiced to perfection. I love Jill. I love the surrounding cast. It's really good. And I really have no complaints. The music is also fantastic. You know, like, some of these boss fights in this game kind of left me in a trance, right? Meaning that I'm so caught up in the rhythm of the combat, the rhythm of the music, the flow of the game, that I kind of just enter this trance where not too many games can put me in that place. So for this game to do it, I definitely want to give it kudos. I want to give it, you know, give it its flowers. You know, I'm an Xbox centric guy. I could easily come out here and just, you know, pretend like I didn't enjoy the game or it's trash or anything like that. But nah, man, that's not NGN. That's not NextGenNero. That's not how we rock, man. I'll be honest about my games, no matter the platform. But it's not all good. I definitely have some critiques. So that leads into the next topic of the video, and that is going to be the story. The story, I'm not going to spoil it because you guys know I don't do spoilers, but overall, I enjoyed the main story. I will say that I was not intrigued to do any side missions, and in my 45 close to 50 hours it took to beat this game, I did absolutely zero side missions. And that's because the very same people that recommended me this game told me to ignore the side missions because they are usually trash and they are fetch quests. So I took their word for it, and I'm happy I didn't. And the reason I'm happy I didn't touch any side missions is because as much as I enjoyed this game, guys, this game has severe pacing issues in my opinion. You know, to go from the height of a boss fight in a battle, you know, then you go back to the main hub, you know, the hideaway, and you're just going back and forth between a couple NPCs and delivering messages and just having simple dialogues. I feel like that's really a waste of a time. You know, I feel like I'm a foot boy, a foot errand boy after I just got done fighting for everyone and having these huge battles and stuff like that. It was just kind of throwing the vibe of the game off. And that's what me doing main missions, right? That's not what me taking the, you know, going off the beaten road and trying other things in the game. No, that's just me, guys, strictly doing the main missions. And I felt like even with the main missions, there was some filler in here and there, you know, like I said, the fetch quest, to going to talk to this person, just to turn around and go back to talk to that person, to go back to that person. Man, that was really, really throwing me off a few times, man. But like I said, the art style, the music, the graphics, and the story overall kind of kept me engaged for sure. And guys, the main story, without spoiling anything, is definitely a heart-touching one. You know, you go through Clive, you pretty much go through Clive's entire life, you know, from him being a kid and stuff like that to his early years, you know, the battles he got to fight, you know, how he lost his highborn rights and stuff like that to pretty much just being a peasant and being a branded person in this world, man. It was really fun and dope to see him grow as a character over the game. And I feel like he had some really good underlying character development, and that's really appreciated from someone like me, guys. So the story, in my opinion, was very good. It was very solid. It wasn't nothing like super great and, you know, jump off the walls and stuff like that, but it definitely did pull out the heartstrings more than once. You know, I knew I cared about the characters, but I didn't realize I was attached to these characters until the end of the game, man. And it really, you know, tugged at the heartstrings. And I will also say, without spoiling anything, this game has one of the best final boss fights in a video game this generation. Just really dope, really beautiful cinematic, and just really awesome, yo. So that leads me into my next topic, and that's gonna just be gameplay and combat. And guys, the gameplay and combat of this game is absolutely, by far, in my humble opinion, the best feature of this game. You know, as you progress throughout the game and you unlock more abilities and you get the Ekrons to mix and try different abilities and combat situations with, man, it's absolutely just a blast to play. And you know, as you string together combat and certain combos and stuff like that, man, it's just the flow of the game is really fantastic. And I actually picked up Tekken 8 not too long after picking up this, and if you guys know, Tekken 8 recently got Clive in there as a character. So jumping between playing Tekken, right, and then playing Final Fantasy 16, there's certain things I would do in Tekken where I'm like, well, I didn't see that in Final Fantasy. And then, believe it or not, I will go back to Final Fantasy, and as I progressed throughout the game, learned the combos and learned certain things, I was doing similar combos in Final Fantasy 16 to what I was doing in Tekken 8. And for me, guys, I think that's a really dope thing to do and have, you know, to be able to jump between both of those games and just see the difference between them. But the combat was absolutely heat. The music plays a role to it. Sometimes it feels like the music is playing off of your combat. I'm not sure if that's just in my head, or like I said, guys, if I was just in that trance and was just really feeling it at the time. So I really enjoyed the combat. Like I said, the exploration left a lot to be desired, because it's literally, you know, most of the time you're going to A to B to C. You know what I'm saying? You go talk to this person, you go kill this or that, and then you go back, cutscene, boom, rinse and repeat. But that's not a bad gameplay loop, in my humble opinion. And it's actually a gameplay loop that overall I enjoy. So not only do you have just the fights with Clive, you have these big icon battles as well, which brings a whole nother element to the game. I thought it was going to be a lot deeper than what it was, but it kind of seemed like a more of like a bare bones experience. But I do like the way they mix the QTEs in with the cinematic moments and set pieces of those battles, which bring everything together and makes the entire game more appreciative, guys. And And guys, I can't continue to talk about combat without giving a special shout out to the best boy in the whole wide world, and that is my boy Torgo. Being able to implement him into combos and stuff as well was just really dope and really fun as well. And when you do have the occasional companion traveling alongside with you guys, you know, having your abilities, Torgo going off, and then their abilities as well, it is a visuals just treat to see. So overall, guys, I really enjoyed this game, man. I definitely recommend it. And when it comes to Xbox, I know I have a lot of Xbox homies and fans and supporters, so definitely check this game out. You catch it on sale. Hopefully it comes in the Game Pass, but overall, I definitely recommend Final Fantasy 16. I really enjoyed my time with it. It's not a perfect game. It's not a masterpiece due to the pacing issues and the lack of really intriguing side content personally that I would like and, you know, want to jump into. But overall, man, this game is really good. I'm gonna settle around an 8.5. If it wasn't for those pacing issues and a few times where I thought the story was ending, but it's like, no, we're just continuing, then this game would definitely be a solid 9, close to a 10. It's been your boy NextGenNero. Please give me a like, please subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I really appreciate all the support. And once again, to my brother Tryhard, if you made it this far into the video, man, I appreciate you, my bro. You're a real friend and a real supporter, and I'll catch everyone in the next one. Peace.